Let's look at how to upgrade laptop memory. Components that can be replaced by a technician or end user in the field rather than at a specialized repair facility are known as Field-Replaceable Units, or FRUs. Laptops typically have fewer FRUs than desktops due to their compact design and space-saving requirements. I have an example of a typical desktop motherboard and a typical laptop. Your upgrade options will vary depending on the motherboard. In this example, the laptop has 2 memory slots. Not all laptops have memory slots. In some laptops, the memory is soldered directly onto the motherboard. If your laptop has memory slots, it will typically have 1 or 2. If it only has 1 slot, your only option to upgrade the memory is to replace the existing module with a larger one. Desktop computers often have more memory slots, typically 4, which provides greater flexibility for upgrades. In contrast, laptops are less forgiving due to their limited number of memory slots. For example, this particular laptop has a maximum memory capacity of 16 gigabytes and supports only 2 memory modules. If you need to upgrade in the future, you may need to replace an existing memory module rather than simply adding a new one. This is why it can be wise to upgrade to more memory than you currently need when dealing with a laptop. This desktop has 3 PCI Express slots, while the laptop has none. Although PCI Express devices can be connected to a laptop via technologies like Thunderbolt, it often comes with a performance trade-off. The laptop has 1 M.2 slot, compared to the desktop's 2. The desktop has 4 SATA ports, while the laptop has 1. However, unlike the desktop, the laptop includes a built-in battery. Before we start upgrading your laptop memory, you first need to work out what options you have available. Laptops are typically not tested with third-party memory modules, as they are all-in-one products made by a single manufacturer. Laptop manufacturers often recommend using their own memory modules. The exception to this is low-cost laptops, which commonly use third-party memory modules. You will, however, find that some reputable brands will often guarantee compatibility with specific laptop models. Purchasing memory modules direct from the manufacturer can often be expensive compared with other options. Before upgrading, refer to the laptop's documentation to check the supported configuration. For example, this laptop supports a maximum of 16 gigabytes of memory. Later in the video, I will upgrade the laptop to 16 gigabytes of memory, the maximum it supports. I'll be using Patriot Memory Modules, a well-known manufacturer of memory products. This is not a paid endorsement. I have simply used their products before and like them. The memory modules used in a laptop are a smaller version of desktop memory modules called Small Outline DIMM, or SO-DIMM. Despite their smaller size, their performance is comparable to desktop memory modules. However, their compact design limits maximum capacity and generates more heat, which can trigger the computer's thermal management system to slow them down if they get too hot. When purchasing memory modules, the type must match your system. Just like desktop computers, generally laptops support dual channel. That is, when you install 2 memory modules, they can work together to get better performance. In this example, the memory type is DDR4. Memory modules usually have a sticker indicating the type and speed. You can see that DDR4 is printed on the sticker. Since the memory is keyed, if you use the wrong memory module, it will not go in the memory slot. Whenever possible, match the memory speed to the laptop specifications. In this example, the laptop memory runs at 2400 megatransfers per second. If you use higher speed memory, it will be capped at the laptop's maximum supported speed. Using lower speed memory will reduce the speed of all memory modules in the system to the slowest. Additionally, mismatched speeds can sometimes cause instability or prevent the system from booting, so always consult your laptop specifications to ensure compatibility and optimal performance. Before installing additional memory, it's a good idea to update the computer's firmware or BIOS. This ensures that the system is running the latest version, which may include important updates for memory compatibility, stability, and performance. Manufacturers often release firmware updates to support newer memory modules or resolve issues with existing ones. Keeping your BIOS up to date helps avoid potential problems during the upgrade process and ensures the best possible performance from your new memory. I will be upgrading the memory in this laptop from 4 GB to 16 GB. To do this, I need to remove the back cover. Fortunately, the documentation clearly indicates where the screws are. On this laptop, 2 screws are hidden beneath rubber feet, which need to be carefully pried off. Finding all the screws can be tricky, especially if the documentation is unclear. If that's the case, try searching YouTube for a memory upgrade or teardown video. It can be a great resource to guide you through the process. The laptop I am upgrading is a slightly different model, but the screws are in the same locations. Since laptops are more sensitive to electrostatic discharge, I will be using an anti-static wrist strap for protection. To use it effectively, I recommend loosening the strap slightly before putting it on, and then adjusting it for a snug fit before attaching the clip. Ensure the metal plate on the wrist strap is in direct contact with your skin, otherwise it will not provide proper protection. I will now flip the laptop over to remove the back plate. In this case, it appears someone has previously disassembled this laptop, as one of the rubber feet is missing. On this model, you can see engraved markings indicating the screw location. I will remove the screw now. Since the screw is only on one side, the rubber foot doesn't need to be fully removed, just enough to access the screw. I will now lift the other side. If you are having trouble, you can use a tool to gently pry up the rubber foot, making it easier to lift. I only need to lift it just enough to access the screw. If I remove the rubber foot completely, it can be difficult to reattach it properly later, as the adhesive may lose its stickiness, and it can be difficult to put it back in the correct spot. To avoid this, it's best to lift it just enough to access the screw. There are 2 additional screws that need to be removed. These are located at the bottom of the laptop. Removing these screws is a simple process. Be sure to keep the screws organized, as they may be different lengths or sizes from the others. The instruction manual recommends using a suction cup to remove the back panel. However, in this case, I will not be able to use the suction cup because the back panel is stuck. Instead, I will use a prying tool, commonly referred to as a guitar pick. It can be tricky to fit the prying tool between the laptop and the back panel, so I will use the gap above the USB port to carefully pry the cover off. Once I've loosened the back panel slightly, I can use the suction cup to remove it completely. If you're having trouble, don't force it. Double check to ensure you haven't missed a screw. Forcing the panel without removing all the screws can cause serious damage. In this example, the memory modules are not visible. Referring to the manual, there is a metal shield covering the memory modules that needs to be removed to access them. Carefully removing this shield will allow access to the memory modules for the upgrade. To remove the metal shield, I need to squeeze both sides and lift it upward. Since there is some tape securing the shield, I will not fully remove it, but will carefully move it out of the way. The next step is to install the memory module. The memory module has an off-center notch, which ensures it can only be inserted the correct way, preventing improper installation. When handling the memory module, hold it by the edges, taking care not to touch the contacts or any components on the circuit board. Memory modules are highly sensitive to electrostatic discharge, and even oils or debris from your fingers can compromise performance or cause long-term damage. I will now insert the memory module into the slot, ensuring it is positioned at an angle. The memory module will not go in because the notch is not aligned correctly. I will need to flip the memory module around to align it correctly. Then insert it into the slot. Once the memory module is fully inserted into the slot, press down gently on both sides until it clicks into place. One of the memory modules is now installed. The existing 4 GB memory module will need to be removed to complete the upgrade to 16 GB. To remove it, I will press down on the clips on either side of the module. Once released, I will lift the memory module to an angle and carefully remove it from the slot. Next, I will insert the second memory module. As before, I will insert it at an angle and then press down on both sides until it clicks securely into place. The upgrade is now complete. All I need to do is put the computer back together, which will be the reverse of the steps I performed earlier. The final step is to power on the computer and verify that the memory is working correctly. As you can see, Windows has recognized the memory as 16 gigabytes. If the memory is not detected properly, you may need to reseat the memory modules or update the computer's firmware. Additionally, you'll notice that this computer has a cracked screen. It has several other broken parts that need to be replaced, but we will address those in a separate video. Upgrading laptop memory can be simple or challenging depending on the design of the laptop. Always consult the manufacturer's documentation and follow best practices. Installing the correct SODIMMs will provide your laptop with the extra memory it needs for smoother performance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.